Great Con 7 commented, I actually remember reading a story on Ask Reddit when I first joined around 5 years back. The thread itself might have been even older, I don't know, but it really creeps me out. I'm hoping someone can remember and link it because I still haven't found it after a lot of researching. So basically, a family was on a road trip and they were driving on a countryside road at night when they saw a person with a broken car signaling them to stop. That's a bad sign right there. Don't do that, especially at night. But the dad who was driving had a gut feeling something was wrong and kept driving. There you go. Thank you, man. After they drove away from the scene, the kids or the wife, not sure, looked back and saw a group of people rising from the field where they were hiding. The thought of what might have happened if they stopped was terrifying. That is terrifying. I'm so glad that dad did not stop. Even I, reading this, I knew something bad was gonna happen. So clearly that was just a whole plot. That this man was like, oh, come help me, my car is broken down. And then they stop and people jump them or take their car or who knows. There was a woman on Reddit who posted a bunch of recordings of her sleeping, but then realized, thanks to comments, that someone was watching her in her sleep. No, that is my worst nightmare. Oh my God. She got tipped off by the sounds of something clicking and then later someone talking to her while she was sleeping. That is so creepy. So like, was somebody breaking into her apartment and just like breathing over her and watching her sleeping or what? But I heard this story before and I listened to the recording and it's absolutely terrifying. Thank God that somebody commented that, hey, you may have someone breaking into your house watching you sleep, because that was actually the case. So far, these Reddit posts seem to be useful. Don't stop in the middle of the night, somebody signaling down your car, and maybe have a sleep app to see if somebody is, entering your house and sneaking around while you're sleeping. About a group of campers who were camping in a mountain area. They heard a noise in the distance. They described it as an animal dying? Ugh. It went on for a few hours, this moaning/wail. In the morning, they all left, and later on during the week/day, they heard a news story about 2 hikers who had gone missing in the area they were camping. They both fell off a cliff. One died on impact, while the other stayed alive for hours and then later died. They think the moaning was the second hiker who was still alive. I literally got chills. I want to cry. That is so sad. Like, they're just camping and they're like, wow, that's the sound of an animal dying. No, you literally heard the last couple of hours of this woman or this person. The guy who tried heroin for the first time and told everyone he was going to do it again and just did it because he was bored. Called everyone an idiot for telling him he was going to get addicted. Then a month later posted about how he was addicted and started shooting up. It was very sad. Updated posts for a few years, and I believe last I knew he was clean. But he went from a good job to homeless addict, and the whole thing was documented. Oh my God, that hit me too. That is hard. Like, literally everyone was telling him, no, you're gonna get addicted. He's like, psh, no, I'm not. And then he literally did and documented it all. That is crazy. That is absolutely crazy. Afraid of Velcro commented. First of all, afraid of Velcro? Really? Anyways, I can't find it, but it was on a thread asking everyone to confess their secrets. Oh, I don't like this already. What did this person do? One guy wrote about how his job was to do the safety checks. Oh my God, I already know this is gonna be bad. And math for trains that transport very dangerous chemicals. He said that he's heard voices for years and they're always telling him he should intentionally make mistakes and let people die from his mistakes. And he learned whenever the voices went quiet to recheck his work. Every single time they went quiet, he'd made a mistake, and people probably would have been killed if he hadn't rechecked. He was too afraid to tell anyone about the voices because he would lose his job. And he was also afraid of losing that internal warning. My description doesn't do it justice, but it was sad and terrifying all at once. Oh my God, that was a lot to take in. Are you kidding me? So this guy literally has like demonic voices in his head, like, yes, kill the people, mess up the chemicals. Right? Thank God he doesn't listen to them. But it's so weird how all of a sudden they go quiet and he's like, oh snap, I think I appeased the demons. I need to go back and check my work. And every time he goes back and checks, he was right. He would have killed people. Afraid of Velcro? No. I'm afraid of this mano. This one is from Disposable Elaine. My grandma told me that after her husband died, if she left the bedroom door open when she slept, she had dreams that he was coming into her bedroom, but when she shut the door, the dreams went away. Shortly before she died, she told me, now he comes in even when the door is shut. What does that even mean? Was her husband haunting her? Did she kill her husband and that's why he's haunting her? Just saying. Just saying. Maybe that's why. Now he comes in even when the door is shut. Maybe he's coming in to retrieve her. Like your time is up kind of thing. Retrieving her and taking her to the afterlife with him. Unless he had sinister intentions and, she's a murderer and he's coming back for revenge. Just saying. This is from The Painted Door. I was camping with friends. It was early in the season and we were the only ones in that section of the park. One morning, I stayed in my sleeping bag in the tent while everyone else went to the facilities, which were a bit of a walk away. I dozed off again. I was awoken by someone grabbing my foot through the tent. Lord help me, no thank you. I was groggy and assumed it was a friend playing a joke and kicked and said, my foot was grabbed again and pulled, and I kicked again pretty hard, not afraid to kick my friend who was now pissing me off. He stopped and I dozed off again. I woke up again probably less than half an hour later and heard my friends in the distance, returning. When they got back, I asked them who was the one trying to wake me up. They had no idea what I was talking about, honestly. I told them about something grabbing my foot through the tent, and they thought I was trying to tell a story to scare them. I still have no idea what it was. It wasn't even dark out at the time. You are lucky. You are lucky. The fact that you could kick away this, it could have been a creature like a Sasquatch, just saying. Could have been a Sasquatch trying to grab you. Or it could have been a killer trying to grab you and take you. Or a kidnapper trying to grab you and take you. The fact that you just kick them away like that, you're lucky. Also, if people do that to me when I'm sleeping, I automatically open my eyes to see what's up. I'm super cautious. I'm like, bam, who's in my room, But this person just was sleeping and was like, can you just stop? Can you just F off, please? You're really bothering me. I'm trying to sleep. And the person was like, damn, okay, I'll go take a look at the other tent. Okay, I'll go kidnap somebody else. Jeez. This is from Nixie9. Once I was alone in the house and heard an elderly lady say, hello, in a crackly voice. That was my old lady crackly voice. I froze, freaked out a bit, but then manned up and gave my own crackly hello back, only to hear the same voice again. Long story short, turns out the cat I was babysitting for my friend can mimic human speech. Who the cats could do that? Is it a demon cat? Because cats can't do that. Cats can't do that. They're not parrots. If you had a parrot, I'd be like, okay, it's just the bird. But a freaking cat speaking back to you? That's creepy, but also really funny. Imagine you're babysitting a cat and you're like, excuse me, you didn't tell me that your cat talks, okay? That was not in the babysitting contract. Take your cat back. It's a human that got transformed into a cat. This is from Captain Kershaw. I spoke to the ghost of my great-grandmother on the telephone. Whoa, that's a good opening line. I didn't recognize her voice because she had died over 60 years before I was born. But a very elderly sounding lady called and calmly told me to tell Essie it is time to come home now. I kept telling her she had the wrong number, but she was adamant that I pass along the message. 2 hours later, my grandmother's assisted living home called and told us that my grandmother, Esther, had passed away in her sleep. Her mother had died when she was 16 and Essie was my grandmother's childhood nickname. This was 25 years ago, and thinking about it still makes the hair on my neck stand on end. Wow. Wow. I am mind blown. Your grandmother literally called you. You were right. I don't even know what to say. She literally... Oh, it was the grandmother telling them. That is heavy stuff. That is insane. Your great-grandmother was like, come to me, my child, come. That is so sad. This is from Souvois. I'm not even gonna say that. I think I'm saying their name wrong. Anyway, I saw a confession to a murder. Oh my god, he lived in Hamilton, Ontario or Kitchener, Ontario. Oh, that's a little close. Then fled to Buffalo, New York. Before he fled, he wrote out what he was thinking prior to anyone knowing he murdered his girlfriend. By the time I read his post, he was wanted for murder. It was really sick reading his confession written right after such a horrific crime, as he tried to rationalize it to himself and the broader Reddit community. I bet that would have been hard to read. like you said. Oh man, what gets me is that sometimes killers, like Joe Goldberg from You, think that their killings are rationalized, that they did it for a specific reason. In this case, I don't know what it was, but on the show You, he thinks he's doing it to protect his girlfriend. Spoiler alert. But seriously, it's a common thing for murderers that they literally think that like they're helping out society, they're getting rid of, sinners or whatever this person's reason was. It's crazy.
Температура упала реально с 15 градусов до 3. Этот голос, этот шум. Все это означает, что оно сейчас здесь.
Ugh, I don't like that. The ghost just blew out all the candles. Like I said, where there's candles, there's a ghost, and they're gonna blow them out. I didn't say that, but I'm saying it now. But that's what I meant in the other video. There's always a ghost around some flames. I also didn't like the noise from the table. That's what it sounded like.
So you know what it's called for?
No, there's no cars.
Ooh, my neck.
What sounds like Rodney talking records on camera a tea-light candle mysteriously glowing from the distance from within one of the church's archways. But as he approaches it, it goes out, leaving both men pondering on what they had just witnessed.
Creepy. Like I said, where there's a candle, there's always a ghost. Where there is a flame, someone's bound to get burned, as Pink would say. The great Pink. The greatest songwriter of our time. But that was also from my neck of the woods, somewhere in England. I recognised his accent, but that was very creepy. It was probably Berry Pomeroy Castle. Ooh! It's like the old man. I can't make out the face. Oh, that's creepy. It's like the old man from the verse video came back and was like, "Happy birthday, little girl. Happy birthday."
Updates on the Facebook posting that this particular video is of Jack, a deaf man using sign language to talk to his girlfriend on a video call. Jack appears to be sitting down on a chair in his kitchen using his hands to communicate to his partner when something dashes past him.
Ooh! Something. That was a someone. That wasn't a something. That looked like a ghost girl. It's always a ghost girl. It's never a ghost man. Because ghost men, only men that are real are scary. Ghost men aren't. It's always ghost women that are scary. Creepy. They always have long black hair. They're always dressed in black. All white. And they're always brides. And they died on their wedding day. Because their husband killed them.
Carnal, pero ya estamos en la mera. Ya aquí ya no hay para dónde correr, güey.
Ooh.
¿Qué, güey?
Who's that?
A la verga, güero. ¿Lo estás grabando, güey?
Go away. Go away. I don't like that. I don't like when people show up when they shouldn't be there, That's either a ghost woman or a ghost child or a demon woman, demon child. I don't like that. She shouldn't be there. She should be at home. Get out the bush. Unless you want in the bush. But get out the bush. You don't go there. I don't like that. That's why I don't go outside. I don't want to see people like that standing in bushes. But also, I don't go out at night in general. I don't go out when the sun goes ever in life.
Get that wind right below us, because there's fingers coming from the hole.
Ooh!
Right, just keep that close.
Still there, Lewis. It's coming.
Okay, first of all, I do not believe for a second that was a ghost or a demon or a ghost demon. Those fingers that came through that hole were perfectly manicured. No way in hell does a ghost have perfectly manicured fingers. That was a friend, or a friend of a friend, or a girlfriend. You can't tell me otherwise.
hell is that?
Ooh.
It's definitely something.
Go on, give me nothing. Give me absolutely nothing. I think at the end, what that massive arrow was pointing to was maybe someone in the doorway, like the side of someone's arm. But they really gave me nothing to work with there. I think there's a ghost, but I cannot confirm because they gave me nothing. There's nothing there, so sorry, I don't care about your ghostly activity. Just turn the TV off and go to bed.
Sí te podemos ayudar. ¿En dónde estás?
It's like a sick beat.
Mira, mira, mira.
Boots and cats.
Está cerca de nosotros. Ah, no. ¿Qué fue eso?
I didn't find that scary. The beat for whatever that was, I think it's called a ghost detector. I don't think that's the official name, but it's a ghost detector. It sounded like it was spitting some sick beats, like. Do you think that's good? I practice sometimes. I'm just saying boots and cats and boots and cats, but you say it real fast. Boots and cats and boots and cats and boots and cats. I should be a beatboxer. Oh, replay? Yeah, I saw nothing. I can't even see what that is. What are you pointing at? You're giving me nothing. Oh, I forgot, like, at the studio sometimes it's hard to see. And then everyone thinks I'm blind. At home it was easier because it was right in my face, like that. And I had my brightness up all the way. So once again, I cannot see these hidden ghosts that you're circling. All I see is blackness, so I don't think anything's there, and I think you're clickbaiting me. You're wasting my time.
Who is screeching down there? That is horrid. Oh, I did not like the sound of that. That was like a true guttural screech. When you hear that, you know something is going wrong. Either they're in extreme pain, their mind has broken, or like they've just witnessed something like so unbelievable that the only thing they can even conceive doing in that moment is scream like that. And they're underground too. This person's knocking the soil away, and we've got this big open thing under there. You think somebody was buried alive, or somebody like got like landslid underground and like trapped in this tunnel? Holy smokes. See, this is like that's legitimately a little creepy. Give me a little shivers.
Es que te estoy enfocando las boobies. Ah, no mames.
¿Qué?
Person walking by in the back.
Pasó algo.
¿Qué pasó? No mames.
A ver, ven. No mames, pasó algo, te lo juro que pasó algo, ¿eh?
Se mueve, se mueve.
Oh.
Vete a la verga.
Yo no voy.
No mames. Yeah, I feel hospitals are very, hot ghost locations. Lots of haunting goes on there. Lots of tortured souls that had to leave their the mortal realm too early. Yikes. Yeah, imagine working the night shift and you see that on camera. And you're just goofing around with your pal, and all of a sudden some like dark specter floats by the window.
Quem que é, meu? Tá fazendo isso?
Yeah. Do you have a gun?
Ai, menina, de novo! Ai, 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 ai! Ai, ai! Que é isso? Desce! Ai, menina, de novo!
Oh, wow. I did not see that the first time. Yeah, that is absolutely freaky. Yeah, abandoned houses. I may or may not have walked into a few abandoned houses in my time, but never saw anything worse than like a teddy bear nailed to the wall or something. Never saw the woman from The Grudge sitting in, the support beams. What is that? What? What is that? Looks like lava. It looks like it'd be like so hot. Where's it coming from? Is it like out of a fire hydrant, out of a sewer grate? Just popping up out of the ground? I want to touch it. I want to know what that feels like on my hand. I feel like it would just like burn like clean through it. You touch it like lightly and just all your fingers gone up in smoke.
Can you whistle for us, please?
Two.
Can you whistle?
Somebody whistle.
Please?
Somebody whistle.
Someone whistle first. Gabe, whistle. Someone will whistle.
Fine, I'll do it. Fine, I'll do it.
Alright, do it.
Ooh. Sprite. A SpongeBob.
Ready? I'm gonna do it again.
Wait.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah, do it. Whistle.
Guys, shush.
Come on, you have a little bit. No more time.
Is it coming from under there? We got a home invader? Maybe it was SpongeBob, you know? I won't do the whole thing, but that's like the classic suburban basement, you know? Like your dad's bar that he wanted so bad is now just used for you and your, you know, teenaged pals to put all your empty Sprite cans on during a late night ghost hunt. And of course, there's gotta be a ghost down there. A ghost that can whistle once you summon it.
Creepy videos that you shouldn't watch at night, but you're going to anyway, part 10. I just held up 5, what the fuck. And for my dark web lovers, you will love this video, because this one actually surfaced on the dark web.
Fast.
Also, I might be going on a TV show. I got contacted by a company to make a TV show on Discovery Channel, pretty much about dark web and creepy videos, so thank you guys. So make sure to show some love so we can get him to see it. I just knocked my lights out. Alright, the video has since been deleted, but people actually downloaded it, so I'm just on YouTube. So this is in binary code. If anybody wants to decode that, please let me know. This video is pretty scary, so let's watch.
What the fuck?
Oh, hell no.
Alright, somebody made a Plague Doctor video, I guess. Damn, that's spooky. I'm sure Discovery Channel's gonna pay you a lot of money to whisper, oh fuck, whenever you watch a Plague Doctor video that somebody put on YouTube. Yeah, I mean, there's binary code. If somebody decoded it, I'd be interested too, but it just seems like a pretty classic, like somebody's trying to make a creepypasta happen, not necessarily like an actual dark web video. I feel like dark web is for like, you know, like actual dead bodies and like, you know, things that are much more illegal than murder.
Bro, so I'm playing COD. I got my headset on. I got one
yelling?
ear on, one ear off. And I hear somebody whisper in my ear, bro. This is insane. So I go back to playing COD, and then somebody touches my foot, bro. So that's how I know. There's something in this room. There's something in this house. There's a ghost, and I've been saying it for years. And look at the drawer. It's open.
Yeah, I mean, what that is that whatever's living there just wants you to leave. They've had enough of you screaming at Call of Duty, because I can just tell you're the kind of person who rages at video games, by the way this is all going down. So the ghost is like, please leave. It's time for you to go. I'm going to creep you out until you have to move. And you know what? Good for the ghost. Good for the ghost. The ghost probably deserves to live there, you know, more so than a lot of people. What am I looking at? What was any of that? I'm confused, a little scared, a little sweaty, very lost, extremely lost. Okay, yeah, I mean, that's an interesting thought. This feels like something you would hear while lying on your friend's couch at 2 in the morning after one heck of a night. But I don't know. I mean, like, we've spent a lot of time as human beings trying to come up with, you know, what happens after death. So I think, like, if you were to die in a dream and then, like, end up somewhere, you know, if you entered, you know, one of the many circles of hell that our good pal Dante came up with, or maybe you know, floating upwards, becoming a ghost. I don't know. That's when he was crunching chips at first, but I guess they're walking in the woods. Wish I was a polyglot. Wish I could understand what he was saying, but I'm sure I have the vibe. He's got that creepypasta voice on, you know, the half whisper, low voice that's gonna narrate what's going on in the creepiest way possible. But I think that video speaks for itself. I don't know if we needed that extra narration. That was a terrifying creature, screeching in the woods at night, pale as snow, trying to hide behind a tree, and then whoever's videotaping kind of catches a glimpse of it and decides it is time to hightail it out of there, which is the right call, if you ask me.
Wait, I'm sorry. There's a river at the bottom of the sea. Just trying to wrap my head around this information. So there's more water within the water. So you're in the ocean, you're already in it, you're in the Black Sea. And then if you swim down, like Scuba Steve, there's a river. I'm just trying to fathom in my head how there's more water in water. There's more pockets of water. There's a river in the ocean. Huh? That doesn't make sense. Is this like normal science? I failed science, so I can't even tell you. Someone just let me know, how do you get a river in the ocean?
At first glance, the coast and the water surface off the Canary Islands are unremarkable. But that's only at first glance, because if you plunge underwater, you will see something really amazing. The ocean floor off the Lanzarote Island is strewn with strange statues. Here is a scary crowd of people with empty eyes who are going in an unknown direction. And near it is a ring several feet in diameter consisting of human bodies.
What the f? Okay, first of all, I've seen those statues before. I didn't know they were off the coast of the Canary Islands. I also appreciate how they opened it with, if you look at the Canary Islands, it's unremarkable. I'm like, it looks pretty remarkable to me. I wish I was in the Canary Islands right now. But also, what's freaky is that isn't even like lost statues, because the statues were wearing hoodies. Like, they were with the times, you know, they were looked cool, like Gen Z.
Right on the seabed, about 90 feet down, were two rare locomotives. Subsequent dives revealed the trains to be Planet Class 222T models. The avid train spotters amongst you. Hi, comment section. Some of the oldest steam trains ever built in the United States. But how they ended up at the bottom of the sea is anybody's guess. There have been countless theories on this very subject, the most likely explanation being that they blew off a transportation ship during a storm. But since there's no record of them being lost, this idea has to be filed under speculation for now.
Ooh. Yeah, that's the question of the day. How did they get in the ocean? Either they fell off the tracks, but there would be reports. Either they fall off a boat, but there would be reports. Or the ocean just came and took back the land. I think that's what it is. The water's going to seek revenge on us. We're not supposed to be near it. It's going to sink us all and we're all going to drown and die at the end. That's underwater? Wait, off the coast of Portugal? Did you say?
Near Portugal.
Near Portugal. Creepy stuff. I just find it so strange that The ocean's so massive and then it's housing these things, but at the same time we've only explored like 7 to 10%. There's so much to be found, and there's creatures below the surface that they say are bigger than a blue whale, and a blue whale is pretty big. And for those from the UK, a blue whale is said to be the size of 3 double-decker buses. Big boys. Big boys. Big boys, Scuba Steve.
An ancient underwater city. The remains of what marine scientists described as a huge lost city were discovered 36 meters underwater in the Gulf of Cambay off the coast of India back in 2002. Relics of ancient civilizations have of course turned up beneath the waves countless times before, but what really surprised researchers this time is that initial estimates put the submerged ruins at around 9,500 years old.
That's crazy. What's scary though is the fact that one day we're gonna be underwater and then people will discover us and then we'll just be the lost city, like Atlantis. I can't wait until that day. I can't wait until the world ends.
The monolith's origins are unknown. They're thought to be thousands of years old. The site was uncovered by Mark Holley, a professor of underwater archaeology at Northwestern Michigan University College, and his colleague Brian Abbott in 2007, while they crossed the lake in a ship loaded up with sonar equipment. But the discovery has thrown up more questions than answers over the years. The plot thickened when a carving of a mastodon, a distant relative of the elephants that's been extinct for over 10,000 years, was discovered on one of the pillars, suggesting its origins could stretch all the way back to the last ice age.
Not gonna lie to you, I got pretty spacey during that video.
What, did you play it?
It's fine. I think I can piece together what was going on. I think I have a problem. I think I have a dissociative disorder where you dissociate. Whenever anyone says monolith, I just think of the weird like alien statues that everyone found recently. It was like a few months back and they just kept popping up in different places and everyone was like, aliens or publicity stunt or selling as a product. But at the same time, no one was talking about it because of COVID. COVID like just ruined everything happening in the world. It just stole everyone's thunder. But anyway, monoliths, they're here. The Apollo 11 engine is in, oh, of course. I'm like, how to get in the ocean? They fall off and they go into the ocean for that reason. The ocean must have so much in there. I wonder if they track it down and then find it like this. Like, do they have like a radar on it, so whenever it falls out of space, they just go grab it? Or do they leave it in there? Apollo 11 was the first one where they went to the moon with Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, and the other fella who didn't get to go off the spaceship. The poor other guy, if you all don't know, he had to just stay on the spaceship, and it was orbiting the moon, and he had to go around the dark side of the moon by himself, and was just like chilling, killing, you know? He didn't get to go down. He didn't get to go on the moon. Just Buzz and Neil.
Scuba divers, led by diving instructor Kiyatiru Aratake, were diving near the southern border of the island when they saw something incredible. The megalith was a series of ancient formations of regular shapes. It looked like an ancient city. A study of the soil nearby showed that it may be more than 20 million years old. It seems that this ancient city has gathered all the hallmarks of ancient cultures from around the world. The construction in the center resembled a stepped pyramid of Maya or ancient Sumer. Near it was a unique stone formation 140 feet or 42.5 meters high. The most amazing thing is that all structures featured complex elements. There were stairs, walls, and straight lines.
See, that's crazy. It's like, how does that get there? Do you just sink? You must just sink. Like one day you could just be hanging out on your structure, on your stone stairs, millions of years ago, and then you just start to sink. That's how I feel it will happen when my time comes. I'll just start to sink.
The mysterious underwater city off the northern coast of Egypt is Tranis, or Heraklion as the Greeks had called it. For a long time, the city was thought to be mythical because it was only mentioned in the chronicles of Greek authors. But suddenly, this discovery was made in 2012 at a depth of 164 feet or 50 meters near Abu Qir Bay. It has been hidden underwater for 1,200 years. Scientists have yet to unveil all of its secrets.
There's a city. It's now sunk. How it got there, we do not know, but people have found it. You can go visit it, put on your scuba gear. It's like a wannabe Atlantis. And they thought it was fake. turned out to be real. Did they ever find Atlantis? We don't know. Ooh, so that's like, what am I looking at? It's just loads of rocks in the ocean, like a slither. Imagine you got stuck in there. No, no thank you. It's like a passageway within the ocean. I get Lord of the Ring vibes. Like that one scene where they go through the passage in one movie. I can't remember, but there's a thin wall and they go through the crack. You know?
Maybe he's in my dog's cage.
What? No. Oh my god. Who is that? What SCP is that? I don't like him. Is he not the same naked ugly guy from before? Wow. I don't like the look at him. I don't know. No. Where are they? In a storage unit? And he's like, maybe he's in my dog cage. He wasn't even Russian or whatever that accent was. Why would that big ass beast be in your little tiny dog cage? Think. Also, why are you in there with the lights off? Turn them on. Like, come on. They're gone. This is found footage. They're, you know, this guy got him. They got, like, there's no use. Like, look how big he is. You can't even fight him off.
Clip, a man is exploring a basement. It's incredibly dark and hard to see what's going on, but many viewers are convinced they can see SCP-087 loitering in the background. As the camera madly whips around, some viewers think that they can see a glowing set of stairs in the background, but then as the camera whips back, the stairs are gone, replaced by eyes. And then the third time the camera passes through, there's nothing there. Do you see it?
Obviously, I saw this SCP. How could you not? He was just lurking there, standing right there with his pale face. Whatever that is. I didn't... What? Oh, yeah. And you can see the glowing stairs behind his head. Whatever this... What is it? SCP-0808 or... I don't even know what that was. But I don't like him. And you should not cave explore or explore wherever the hell they are because that's clearly its home. And the SCP Foundation needs to go over there and contain it. Why is it still out? Come on, guys, come on. You have one job, and it's to contain these SCPs. It is! Oh my god! Siren Head! Come on now! Come on! He wasn't even trying to be stealthy. No, he just walked right on by. And I love, because he can shapeshift his head, right? I love how he was just like, you know what? I'm gonna be stoplights today. He didn't even bother blending in. He's just like walking on by with the little stoplights on his head, like, oh, here I come. That's really funny. Oh my god. Yeah, it's not really that stealthy, even though he's considered like the master of disguise. Love that movie, by the way. But you know what I'm saying. Oh god. What SCP is that? Grandma from the grave? Seriously. Oh, it was taken in 98. On December 3rd, 1998? That's terrifying. What SCP is that? That looks like the dude from, Tales from the Crypt. You know, the one that's like, oh, welcome to Tales to the Crypt. If you guys know, then you know. If you don't, then I just made a fool of myself. Yeah, imagine waking up and seeing that thing just peering in through your window. I think I would pee myself. I mean, I would pee myself.
They did so because they had heard
The hell
stories
is
of
this
something
dude?
being in there. Apparently,
Bulbasaur
dead_bread_ghost_toast
steroids.
didn't quite
Know that
believe the
Pokemon?
stories. He thought at a push they might see a ghost, but instead they encountered this
The hell is
terrifying
that?
thing. The boys ran as fast as they could, so not much more is known about what this horrific monstrosity is, but luckily for us, they managed to capture this photo. Pretty much the second they put the photo on Reddit, every commenter was saying it looked like some kind of SCP. What do you think? Is this an SCP come to life or something else?
So they're like, luckily for us, they captured. And I'm like, oh yes, they captured it. He's like, captured a photo of it. Great, so this thing is still out there. That's great. Don't know what the hell that is, but I never want to encounter that. Okay, not gonna lie, that's scarier than the little eyeball skinwalker dude. No. No. That's no from me. No. What are those things? They look like the creatures from Stranger Things. That's... Oh my god, I'm gonna zoom in. It looks real. But again, I'm pretty sure that there was just some kids outside using, I don't even know how they would create that, but then just hunched over and like, that's pretty much what it looks like. Yeah, again, if I looked out my window and I saw that crawling in my neighborhood, I'm done. I'd literally, like, or you know what? I'm locking myself in the basement, surrounding myself with weapons and food, and just hiding out for the rest of my life. Oh, I've seen this before. He's got two heads. He's got two heads. You see that? He was just like, is this my head? Just kidding. This is. But that is from a horror movie, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it's from, I don't remember the name of it, but it's from a horror movie, and a lot of people were like, oh my god, is this guy really held captive? When like this clip got released. But no, it's just from a movie, but it's pretty well done.
In Pale and Talk,
the hell
they
is
said
this?
his body was entirely naked and he was hairless from head to toe. Yikes. They said the figure grabbed the injured man and then yanked him back into the depths of the bushes from all the way up there on that cliff with no idea how to get down onto the train tracks in the dark. There was nothing they could do to help. They had no idea what happened to the poor guy, but it doesn't sound good. When they shared their story in a YouTube video, pretty much everyone who commented said the exact same thing. That sounds like SCP-096.
SCP-096. Yeah, this guy terrifies me the most out of all the creatures I've seen. He also looks like that creature from Pan's Labyrinth. You know, the one that has the eyeballs on its hand and it's just like, that's that. Minus the creepy hand eyeball thing. Don't like this at all. Did you see that guy get grabbed through the window? But also, that looks like a scene from the movie Paranormal Encounters or something like that. That looks like the scene from that movie. So, could this be fake? Who knows? I've seen this before. This is real footage from a Russian mental hospital. Yeah. There's also a clip of him just like levitating above his bed. Either there's something possessing him or he's an SCP, or both. He's a possessed SCP. Can that even happen? Can demons possess SCPs? That's what I want to know. Probably. Or are demons SCPs? I'm asking the hard-hitting questions here, guys. I'm asking the hard-hitting questions.
We started firing when he picked up Corporal and ripped off his leg. God.
Ripped off his leg?
He was screaming for help. Fucking A. Anyway, we were blowing chunks out of the target. Round after round. Didn't do jack shit. I almost lost it when I started him.
That's when you ordered the use of an 84 HEDT launcher.
What is that?
An anti-tank gun. Started carrying it ever since SCP got loose.
Okay, well you gotta tell us what SCP that is. You gotta let us know which one we should look out for. I don't even know what happened. All I got is this SCP is loose and can rip people's arms and legs off. And the only way to stop it is with that big whatever that is, whatever that weapon is. Anti-tank gun, whatever that means. And this dude carries it around ever since this SCP got loose. So, I mean, should we be carrying it around? Like, should civilians have these weapons so that whatever this SCP, because we don't know what it looks like, we don't even know its number, we don't know its name, we know nothing about it. But should we be carrying around these weapons for, you know, just in case?
Okay, so I'm literally home alone. Listen to how loud and aggressive it is.
I hate that. I hate that more than anything. People know that I hate unnecessary noise. Also, people know that I hate everything. Just know that I hate things until I learn to love them. It's not that I'm scared of everything, I just hate everything. Anyway, I don't like unnecessary noise, therefore you don't need to be banging. It's clearly a demon. Also, it gives me the same energy as a doorknob going like that. No. Ah! Oh, I hate a squeaky door.
Ay, la concha.
Leave. Leave and never go back. That was terrifying. No thank you. I don't like screaming. Unnecessary screaming. If you're screaming, you better be in some serious trouble. That seems like a demon screaming. Luring you in. Or if that wheelchair moves, I'm out. Even worse. Oh, I hate locker doors slamming. It reminds me of Dead by Daylight hiding in the lockers. It's like someone went in the locker and they got trapped in the locker. The wheelchair's moving. Oh, I'm scared. I'm scared there's gonna be a jump scare. Ugh. So I don't trust this channel sometimes. I think there's gonna be a jump scare. Although I haven't had a jump scare in a very long time, which may be some foreshadowing. We will see. What the f was that? I did not like that at all. No, thank you. 10 out of 10. Hated. Some kind of weird face and I did not like it at all.
It's hard to make out any facial features on this creature, but it has still convinced many people if you look at the comments on the video. However, some people say it looks like a horse, but it just seems kinda weird if a horse was just randomly wandering about at night in the middle of nowhere.
Interesting. It looks like a horse or a cow. I would accept both answers. It didn't look like a person. That would terrify me, but also I don't go out at night for these reasons exactly, because I don't want to see a horse or a cow coming at me between the bushes. I don't have time for that.
Afiq, terang Afiq. Kamera kau siapa kata tak terang? Weh, terang ni. Cepat angkat Afiq. Nampak? Cepat ah. Betul Afiq. Alah, kau macam tak bermaya. Okay. Aku mah harap kau ni, Vic.
Oh, I'm scared. That was like an omen of death. It looked like the Virgin Mary coming to take his soul. Not that that's what she does. I don't know what the Virgin Mary birthed Jesus Christ. Like, I don't know what the Virgin Mary does. I know what she does.
Have you seen that?
What?
Let's take another look at it.
What am I looking at? Well, a bit of a reach. I saw something. Maybe up close it's a lot more scary. But there was definitely motion, and sometimes emotion is commotion. Popular compilation. Who am I looking at?
I don't know.
The woman in the window?
She's
Does she
rocking
live
back
there?
and forth, right? I think so. Yeah, no, she just did. What the fuck? Zoom in again.
No, don't zoom in. I don't want to see her face. That's like a movie where you see something you shouldn't see, and now that woman is going to target them because they saw her, and now she's going to show up everywhere they are until they die. So it's a movie. It's a plot of a movie. It's like It Follows. Oh my god. That's for sure someone just dressed up to scare people near the Conjuring house. That's for sure someone in a costume. I don't believe that's Valak. Not a chance. What's that? Is that in the sky? Is that in the distance? Oh, that's like a person in the clouds. I don't know what that is. At first I thought it was flames in the distance, but then I looked at the end like a person in the sky in a ball of flames. It's clearly that guy from Fantastic Four. Flame Man. I don't know his name. Johnny the Flames. Whatever his name is.